Time now is at 8:11 a.m. in the morning on March 16th. I slept from 5:20 to 6 to 8 a.m. I'm so tired. This is less than 3 hours. I'm so fucking tired. Thank God Adipta did not approach my room at all over the night. Last night, it took two times. I went downstairs 2 times. He confronted me the first time. He was like, I'll talk more about this later, but after that point I didn't really see him, so it's a relief. But yeah. It's still really, really scary. Yeah. That's all. Oakley dokley. We're back at USC territories, baby. Fuck it. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little ketchup. Ketchup spreading. There we go. There we fucking go. Oof. Okay, let's not fuck this up. Hello guys, it's 6:33 p.m. I know it's not technically the end of day, but I'm really bored and I'm stuck in this room all alone and I'm really cold and I'm in the process of painting my sign, my wooden sign. And yeah, let's talk about last night and today. So I came back home last night at around, I forgot, 12, I think. and I was quite scared. I was quite scared because I didn't want Adipta to find me. Like, how the fuck did Adipta become one of the antagonists of 2025? Like, I don't know. But I was scared. And good thing is I'm a very quiet walker. Listen. Stealth. I open the door, I walk upstairs, and I clench my teeth. I was like, just hoping for the best. It sucks that his door is literally right above the staircase. So he could just open the door and I'll be looking at him. And he would look down at me with his crazed eyes. But luckily, he did not open the door. And I immediately walked upstairs and went to my bedroom to open my door. My heart is fucking pounding. I press my code, and as I'm pressing my code, I hear his door opening. And in my head, I'm just like, fuck. And I messed up my code. And it says, wrong code, please try again. And I could hear him, maybe he's walking towards me. He's fucking behind me, isn't he? He's behind me. So I pressed the code, I was calm. I pressed the code again, and then I opened the door, and boom, I'm in, and then I close the door immediately, turn on the light. I'm in. I'm fucking in. So that was insane. I could literally feel my heart just going. It was pounding real hard. And I'm in my comfort of my own room. I changed my clothes and I cleaned my laptop and everything. And I didn't want to go. I was hungry, but I didn't want to go downstairs and eat. And at 1 a.m. I was like, fuck it, I'm so hungry, or I'm moderately hungry, and I haven't officially had dinner. I need to go downstairs and make some food at least. So I braved up, I clenched my teeth, bit down my lip, I walked downstairs. And I ran out of water, and I need to get some water, which means that I need to go downstairs, get food, and get water, which means it'll take longer, or it'll take 2 trips for me to go down and then come back up, and go down and come back up. Holy fuck. I'm just trying to get water. So I grabbed my pitcher, and I went down to the fridge, and I just pressed the button and water streaming down. So I'm downstairs. I could see the reflection of his bedroom door on the kitchen window. It's like a rear view mirror. It's fucking terrifying. And then I'm just, calm down. I'm just getting water. I'm just fucking getting water. Water streaming down. And I'm like doing a little dance, just just daily life. Slice of life. I hear him walk out. But instead of freaking out and screaming, I'm calm. I'm like, okay, I can take this. So he went to the kitchen sink. He washed his hands or something. Or he washed a can of Pepsi. And then he looked at me. And I continued my little dance, wiggling side by side. He looked at me and he's like, can you just admit it? Will you just admit it? And I'm like, what? Like, at this point, I'm just full on performance mode. Like, last night, 2 nights ago, when he confronted me, I was still truthful. Like, I was still, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. But last night, I was full on performance mode. You know, I'm in defense mode when I'm acting, because acting is like, I can act, okay? So I'm in performance mode. I'm like, what is it? And he's like, why were the cops behind me? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, like, now? And then he's like, last night I could hear in your room a machine, you're hacking into my iPhone, I could hear it. Why won't you admit it? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I was sleeping last night. I was asleep, and I did a little hand gesture, like, you know. And he's like, okay. And then he slowly walked away, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get some food. And then he left, and that's it. He never showed up again. Holy ball sacks, man. Holy ball sacks. So I very carefully, very inconspicuously grabbed half a box of chicken pot pie from Trader Joe's and the leftover tomato mozzarella cheese salad box from Trader Joe's. That's my dinner. And I put it on a plate, and I had everything. I put the salad box on top of the water pitcher so that I don't have to come downstairs to grab it again, because I don't want to be outside. I could hear Quentin making a phone call. He's making his presence known. So I went into my room and ate up. Fuck me. 2:30 a.m. I went downstairs very quietly and washed the dishes. I was so prepared for him to show up. He did not show up, but I think he knows. And then that's it. And then I went back to my room. I was gonna go downstairs and grab some dessert, but you know what? Don't even do it. Don't even bother. So yeah, I just let the light on because, hey, here's the proof that I'm not hacking you. And then I went over the night. And for some reason, last night, I felt a little bit safer. Adipta is fucking scary, but he's also scrawny and skinny. And if he unless he has a weapon, like a knife or a sharp rock, I can actually defend myself. But I just wouldn't, because I'm not a physical person. I'm not aggressive. But another thing is, when I'm dealing with someone psychotic or schizophrenic, it's scary, but it's also like I'm talking to a baby. You know, if a baby or a child comes up to you and say, but where's Santa Claus? Santa Claus is real. Like, you told me Santa Claus is real, right? And then you kind of have to invent a lie. You're like, oh, you didn't see Santa Claus. Maybe it's because he's busy. He'll come back, but I'm sure he's real, but I don't know where he is either, but just believe it. So you're neither completely denying that Santa Claus is real, nor are you admitting that Santa Claus is real. So it's like you're neither saying yes or no. And that's what I have to do with Adipta. No, I'm not secretly trying to hack you. The moment I admit it, he would go insane. But at the same time, the moment I start fighting with him, he would also go insane. I have to walk the middle path. So dealing with someone schizophrenic is like talking to a baby. But it's also very dangerous. And you gotta be careful with your words and be calm, be very calm. So yeah, that was last night. So today, I think I slept for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Felt terrible. And then I went to church, and at 8:30 I saw a church teacher. It's crazy because it's been 4 months, maybe even 5 months since I've been to church the last time. And it's been a very long time. For me, it doesn't seem that long ago, but then come to think of it, when I went to Seattle and sprained my wrist, that was after I went to the church for the last time. So I went to church, and I'm ready to go out all day again today. So the plan is I'm going to go to church, have someone drive me to Hollywood at Jingchen's place, pick up the drills, and then go to a hardware store, probably Architect's Corner, to get some nails and drill bits and some paint. And then I'll come over here, last stop in Troy, and just prepare the sign and prepare the props, meet up with Christian R, who was just here, and then I'll walk home. I'll lift home tonight. It's gonna be a-okay. Now, things, there were some minor changes. So first of all, today at church, it was awkward. Like, I sat at the very back row, and as expected, I fell asleep. And it was so fucking, like, usually I fell asleep slightly. Today, I fell asleep full on. It was really bad. I was violently banging my head. And then after church, I went to, it was a courtyard, and I tried to talk to people, but it's awkward. I think people are a little bit annoyed of me, or maybe a little bit upset with me because I haven't been back to church for months. I saw Jonah, and Jonah is has like golden dyed hair, and I asked him about the hair later, and he's like, "Oh, it's been dyed since December last year, and it's growing back out." And I'm like, "Oh." And some people think I'm completely new. And I'm like, "Oh no, I was here before, like 3 years ago." But yeah. I tried to speak to Jonah at first, and he kind of ignored me, and I was really awkward. I saw D. And, he led worship today, so that's cool. But yeah. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm gonna put my brushes down there. Better. So I saw D, said hi, there's chocolate cake. So breakfast was just 2 sips of water. I have 2 hours of sleep and 2 sips of water. So I, thank God there's a slice of chocolate cake for me as breakfast. And then I went to the other side, and I sat down, and no one's talking to me, and it's really awkward. I'm just like an outsider again. But soon after, people started talking to me a bit by bit again, and the church teacher. So I brought my wood with me. I brought the wooden board and the wooden post, the wooden plank. And it's in the church teacher's car. So now there are 2 things that could happen. One is I stick with the church teacher, we go have a quick lunch, and then the church teacher drives me to Hollywood, which is not ideal, because the church teacher wouldn't want to go to Hollywood for no reason. The other thing I could do is I could go with the other people in the fellowship, and then transfer my wooden board and plank to another person's car. They drive somewhere and take me to lunch, and then they drive me to Hollywood and drop me off there. So the latter happened. They figured out that they're going to have lunch at Little Tokyo at a ramen restaurant called Afuri, which is a restaurant I've been in. Really overpriced, $23.4 for a measly small bowl of ramen. Very freaking bad. So I'm going to starve. I'm going to fucking starve today. Yeah, I finally got to speak with Jonah a little bit about movies and anime and whatnot. I forgot to say goodbye to him when I left. But essentially, the other Enoch and this other girl, who apparently is an undergrad in UCLA, which is crazy. I thought everyone's graduated already, and I thought I'm always the youngest person there. They drove me to Hollywood and dropped me off at Jingjin's place. I fell asleep in the car. I was so sleepy. But here's the thing, I'm not avoiding church because I want to avoid church, even though I do want to avoid church. But to them, I have very valid reason as to why I've been so busy. I tell them I've been on like weekend after weekend of projects and shoots. I have the fucking wooden board and plank, and I've been talking about how I'm going to these places to shoot, going to those places to shoot. And I think they understand that I'm a busy man. Too busy for my own good. I'm like dying. And then like this other church teacher who is a woman, she's like talking to me. She's like, what do you study again? And I'm like, film. And she's like, so a lot of homework? And I'm like, a lot of projects. And she's like, you're getting enough sleep? And I'm like, no. Okay, so anyways, that's done with. I probably won't go back to church for months again. If I could ditch church entirely, that would be great. But I also don't want to do that to them out of niceness. So I went to, surprisingly, we didn't get Hong Kong food today. I really want to go to like U2 Cafe or something. So here's the jazz. Jingchen will leave his place at 3 p.m., which seems doable. All I need is to go there and pick up some drills, right? Well, not quite. Because Jingchen wants to leave his place at 2:30 p.m. now. And then we waited a hella long time to get into the Afuri restaurant. And then after finishing the ramen, we waited a long time before the bill came. So it isn't until 2:20-ish p.m. when they decided to drive me. By that time, Jingchen's already taken a shower and he's ready to leave. But he's nice. He's like, okay, you know what? I can bring the power tools outside of my apartment in a bag. Here's the code. Just go in, grab the bag, and leave. And then give me the bag sometime soon. So, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So I arrived at Jingchen's place. It was like 3 p.m. and there's traffic too because it's marathon. I arrived at Jingchen's place. I found the bag. I got the code. And boom, I got it. I got the bag. It's crazy. Because like I'm just making a sign and I didn't anticipate how complicated that would be because I would need power tools like drills. I would need nail bits. I would need paint. Thank God I didn't go to the Home Depot for more wood. Thank God I just used wood from the trash dumpster. So yeah, so afterwards I called an Uber, 30-something fucking dollars all the way to a hardware store. So breaking news, Architect's Corner is closed. It doesn't open on Sunday. Yippee-ki-yay. But even greater news, Jingchen told me there's a hardware store right next to USC actually. In fact, right next to Ralph's. I've probably walked past it without noticing it. It's called True Value. And Jingchen told me Tristan St. Germain, the guy who made the Poop short film, he's banned from that store for some reason, which is hilarious. So I arrived at that store, I went in, and the guy there was really helpful. I got the paint I wanted, I got the paint brushes, I got the drill bits, I got the nails, 3 inches long, and because I have a USC card, I get a $5 discount. So all in all, it came out to a total of $27. That's not too bad, man. That's not too bad. I was prepared to pay 40 something. This 27, not too bad. I even got a free t-shirt. So immediately afterwards, I came to this place, 4 p.m. I called Christian, and Christian's like, yeah, I'll come out and open the door for you. So bim, bam, boom, I'm now here. But now I'm kind of stranded here. If I leave, I can't come back. I don't have food with me. I didn't bring a granola bar with me. I forgot to do that. Or did I? Do I have the granola bar here? Fuck, I may have to starve. Fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of fucked. I don't have a portable charger either. Oh wait. Okay, I'm not so fucked. But yeah, I don't have a portable charger, and Alexis is not coming today because she's out there doing church stuff the whole day. So I'm all alone in my room. Apparently Katie's here too, but Katie's probably not here anymore. I told Justin T he could come, but he's like eating food or whatever. But yeah. So I can't wait to be done with the sign. I cannot wait to be done with the props. Honestly, kind of a miracle, right? $20 for the staples, 30 something for First Uber, 27 for hardware store, another 12 to Uber here. All in all, I think that's less than 100. And the PD budget is 200. They can reimburse my ass. So, yeah. And I get to keep some of the tools. Like after the brush is finished, the drill bits, I can just carry them home. It's good to have them, right? But yeah, and the badges, they actually work. Not perfect. I don't know how are they gonna figure this out, but all you have to do is to clip it onto something. Fuck it, I don't know. They'll figure this shit out. Yeah. So yeah, I hope Adipta's schizophrenic phase passes. I really want to resume making YouTube videos. Also, another great news is tomorrow's pitch shoot is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I can sleep, I can wake up, it's going to be nice. And yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be really nice. And I'm just more worried about Smooth Operator. Pit is done, Summer's End is going to be done. I'm just worried about Smooth Operator, really. Because Ethan Kwan isn't going to be back until Sunday. So, fuck. I should have taken his gimbal and light before spring break, but stupid me. So this means there's no way I'm filming this weekend, which is happening right now, or next weekend. So next weekend is the only time I'm available to film it, which is insane. Don't know how am I going to pull it off. Plus the fact that next weekend I already don't have the nice tripod. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scared, man. I'm scared for Smooth Operator. I visited the gym at Troy Hall, like literally upstairs right now. Very small, not doable, terrible place to film. I emailed RecSched, which is Recreation and Scheduling, but it's spring break and they're not going to respond to me until way later. So with either way, because I don't have a gimbal, I won't even be filming at the gym until next week, which is March 29th and 30th. So yeah. Not much else. Not much else. Oh, and then Cannes Film Festival WhatsApp group, they finally added Matt. And of course, Matt is such a troll. He's such a genius, post-media, post-ironic genius. He said, "Hi, friends," and then sent a photo of Lars von Trier in a black t-shirt saying persona non grata in Cannes. It's like, I'm the edgelord and I'm not invited to Cannes, but it's ironic. And I thought it's funny, it's smart. It's one thing to be hateable and unfunny. It's another thing to be hateable, but actually funny and smart. He's hateable, but he's just so good at what he does. And then Asir, the Indian guy who I had a phone call with, he sent like a GIF, and I thought, okay, well, I'll be funny. And I sent a GIF of Hideo Kojima doing the thumbs up. And then that's it. Now the entire WhatsApp group is left hanging with my fucking GIF. So you know what? I should have stayed quiet. I should have just quietly observed like everyone else. So yeah. Who cares, man? Who cares? I just hope schizophrenic Adipta or psycho Adipta will not fucking stab me. I just really hope that he wouldn't do that. I want to do the Playboy Cardi review tomorrow morning. Yeah. That's it. That's all. Yeah, at 10 p.m., so at 9 p.m., I'll call Ryan. R, the guy who's playing the main character for Smooth Operator, and then at 10 p.m. ish, the other producer, not Jayun, the other producer of Summer's End, Madison will come and pick up the sign and the badges, and that's it. And then I'm done with this short film. I'm out. I wish the best for Jayun. Don't know what she's up to. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this. Detective symbol. Rotten wood. Let's go. Okay, hold on. That's the rotten side. Ooh, my finger. Yes. Ugh. Okay, what's the diameter here? Fuck, what's the diameter, bruh? What's the diameter? I guess we'll try. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess this one. Nope, okay. Oh, shit. Let's start from, no, let's do this. Nope. Okay. Shit. This wood is really tough. Okay, so I fucked up big time. So this thing works. That's not the issue. The issue is I drilled a hole into this. I drilled it into the wood. It's really tough. That's not the issue. The issue is this. I got a fucking nail instead of a screw. I was gonna put the screw in and then screw in. Nails are for hammering. Screws are for drilling. Fuck. I don't know construction. So now my plan is to drill a hole here deep. Oh. And then put my board on top. Align the two holes. And then literally just drop the nail down. Just like this. But I'm not going to do it just yet. I need to drill the other side. That's my best hope. I don't have screws. I don't have a hammer. I can't do either drill screw or hammer nail. There we go. It is done. It's not perfect. But it's the best I can do. Whew. Okay, time now is 1:03 p.m. on March 17th. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna be quiet here in case he hears me, but yeah, hopefully things have turned for the better. So I slept from 5:20 to 11:30 and then I went back to sleep and then now it's 1 p.m. I'm still tired. But it's good that I've slept a little bit more. And I went to bed at like 4:45. I just spent a lot of time looking at my phone after going to bed. Um but yeah, I guess let's talk about last night and then I'll talk about today. So, I filmed my video last night at around 6 or 7 p.m. inside the conference room at Troy Hall. Um, and yeah, after that, it's been nothing but aloneness and coldness all by myself in that room. I don't know why, but I dilly dallied around a lot. I roamed around and I just like did nothing for the most part. Like, I spend a lot of time just walking around and waiting and just listening to music on Spotify and just like, you know, chilling. And then at 9 p.m. I called Ryan R, the main actor for Smooth Operator, and oh my god, um, he's like, "Yo, what's up, King? What's up, my man? Yeah." He's so extroverted, which is crazy, completely opposite of what I'm going for. Um, and I just bluntly told him, by the way, there's a scene where your character masturbates. Like, I can't think of any other way of breaking this news to him. And he got kind of confused at first because I guess he didn't realize that that's a masturbation scene. But then after I explained it to him, he's like, you know what? I'll do it. I love this idea. It's so crazy. Let's do it. Yeah, this is crazy. In fact, push me harder. If you need me to do something crazier, just tell me to do it. I see the vision, man. And wow, he's even more game than I am. Um, so yeah. Um, and then from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., I just worked on the sign. I worked on it, drew on it, painted it, and it surprisingly didn't look bad. I guess it's just because I spent a lot of time perfecting the font and then I spent quite a bit of time thinking about the colors and the embellishments. But the sign did not look bad. If you tell me I just painted over a rotting wooden plank picked up from a scrap, like a junk trash, you wouldn't know. And then at 10 p.m., I told Madison, the other girl who's producing this, I told her, hey, I'm not ready yet. Can you give me 10 or to 15 minutes? And she's like, for sure. Let me know when you're ready, and then I'll lift over. So I I all by myself. I did woodworking. I used Jing's drill to drill a hole into the sign and onto the plank. The plank is a bit tough to drill, but one drill is faster than the other, and the faster one works way better. And I'm also learning drill bits, and as it turns out, the diameter of the drill bits doesn't depend on the drill, but it depends on the hole I want. I just found out. And then another thing I've learned is I got nails instead of screws. So I fucked up. I should have gotten screws, but now I have nails. So now the best thing I could do is I'm gonna make the hole, and then just gonna slide the nail in, and I'm gonna knock the nail down. That's the best I could do. Um, and I did it, and it wasn't difficult at all. Like, just from watching Jing before, I know how to use power tools now. It's so crazy that I know how to do like construction now. And and then I called Christian, and Christian's like, "Oh, I have a hammer." And then I used the hammer, and problem solved. But yeah, the sign is complete, and it's fine. So at around 10:20 p.m., I told Madison I'm ready, and she's like, "Sure." And then she came here with her roommate. And then Christian helped open the door for me to get back in. So I met her. She is a black girl with glasses and a cap, and she's a freshman. And she's like, I wouldn't say shy, I would say young and innocent. She brought her along her roommate, who is a freshman, but like much bigger size, much more confident. Um, I think a European person. I don't know, but which makes sense. You're seeing some guy late at night. It's dangerous. So I brought them both. I think her name is Yedek. So Madison or Maddie and Yedek, I brought them to the conference room and I gave them the badges and um, the sign. And then yeah, they were like, Madison was like, "Oh, this looks good, wow," and I'm like, "Thank you." And then that's it. And then I left with them, and we walked over to the village, and then I called a Lyft, and I returned home. So yeah, I came back home, and again I was kind of scared. Um, I pressed the code, and I walked into the door, and the first thing I see is Adipta. Just his room is open. He looked at me, and he was like, "Shit." It's so funny. He's scared of me, and I'm scared of him. But what essentially is happening is, Quentin, my French roommate, is talking to him, and they've been talking for God knows how long, but they continued talking for like half an hour. Essentially, Quentin is, you know, he's raising his voice, but it's like in a reasonable way, and he's saying very motivational things like, "You're not the Adipta I used to know. The Adipta I used to know is full of sunshine, is happy, is clean. You need help. You gotta find someone." And then Adipta, no matter what Quentin says, Adipta will always say, "Oh, but what about the law enforcement? What about the police? They don't like me because I'm using VPN." And then Quentin would say, "Well, millions of people use VPN, you know, and even I use VPN. It's fine, it's normal. You will not be caught using VPN." And then Quentin would say, "Just talk to a professional. If you think you're hacked, talk to a professional. Let them check. If you are really hacked, they will know. But if not, then go talk to someone. Go talk to a therapist." Um, I even hear them talk about me. Quentin was like, "Enoch is just a college student studying film. He doesn't know anything about computers." And yeah, I thought, should I wait for them and then cook or wait after? And then I realized I should cook now because Quentin's downstairs, and if anything happens, he would be able to protect me. So I should cook now. Also, I'm hungry. So I made myself a pretty hefty meal: rice, chicken curry, butter corn, even some big bok choy at the end. Um, yeah, pretty hefty meal. Um, but yeah, so Quentin and Adipta. Quentin has convinced Adipta to go outside with him at 5 p.m. today, or at 6 p.m., to have a walk And because Adipta hasn't gone outside for so long, and in fact, Adipta hasn't slept for so long, so yeah, Quentin needs to get him outside and convince him that it's okay to go outside, that people will not come up to you and catch you. And again, Adipta is like, he's so worried that the law enforcement is going to catch him if he goes outside. His speech is roundabout. He keeps bringing up the same thing again and again. But yeah, I think I feel a lot safer now. 2 days ago, I was so scared. Thank God for Quentin. And then Quentin looked at me after Adipta returned to his room. Quentin looked at me and I was like, thank you. And Quentin's like, no problem. So yeah. Last night I didn't go downstairs that much, but I felt safer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So sleepy. Fell asleep on my chair. Couldn't finish the anime I wanted to finish. Yeah, but I'll make do. At 5 a.m. in the morning, Jayun texted me back because I sent Jayun photos of the props I've made. Jayun was like, ooh, I love this. Thank you so much. I owe you big time. And I told her, have a nice shoot. I'm such a fucking badass. I'm like, have a nice shoot. And I just sent her the photos of the finished product. So yeah, I think I've impressed her. Indeed. I hope I get to hang out with her still. I still need some kind of closure. Okay, so today, it's Pit, and the good news is that, the shoot is gonna start at 5 p.m. So I don't even need to do much. I plan to wake up at 11:30 so that I have time to, chill, but it's fine. So I'm gonna leave my place at around 3:30, which is 2 hours from now. And then I'm gonna be back at home at around 9, so it's gonna be chill. So yeah. What's going on?
I need to see your room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm listening to music now.
I need to see your room.
Why is that?
Because I am suspecting that you are hacking my devices.
I'm sorry, but I'm not hacking your devices or anything.
It's okay, I have the right to see. And if I find something, I'm not gonna do anything. Trust me. Just let me see. It's okay.
Can you stay outside and not come in?
What?
Can you not come into my room and just stand outside?
Yeah, I can stand outside, but I can tell that somebody is doing it. And it has to be this room.
Let's make this our last week. And honestly, that's better than any joke. It was your point. I'm agreeing with you.
I got bored of it.
I'm saying you have a good.
Where?
Over there and turn over that way. That's my second homestay.
Is that the place you got ousted?
No, it's the other one. I mean, I was also ousted here, but yeah. That's so crazy. My bank account got hacked and I went into this Bank of America.
Holy
No
shit.
way.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And that is the first Taco Bell I've ever had in my life.
Life changing.
Did you shit your pants afterwards?
Yeah, like like in the short film. No.
Oh, it's so pretty.
This is like an actual campus.
Look at college kids playing sports.
I want to be out there with them.
Windows XP.
Let me be a part of
Let's I guess while we wait, let's start assembling the cardboard boxes. You got
Might wait till we move it.
okay.
Oh my god, my crazy roommate.
Okay, Simon, that's good. Cut.
Workout. It's not. That's not the issue. Issue is somehow laying on Apple Watch. I love that's not.
Yeah, it does have a texture.
I mean, okay. We could make it softer.
Don't like splash too much. It's gotta be gentle.
Yeah, I think the yeah. No, because we're gonna see that stuff in the back. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do it on live.
Not the.
No block.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Okay. When you're ready.
Oh shit!
That's cool.
Yeah.
You get even closer.
Just keep fucking blowing them. See what happens.
Can I try with the bubbles?
Huh?
Can I try to bubble up?
Yeah, should we bubbles? Let's bubbles.
Should we go faster?
Faster. Go faster. Oh, are we seeing reflection there?
Yeah, we are.
That's fine. We can. We
It's
won't see
us.
it. Oh, that's bubbles. We want to go. Bubbles.
BTS.
But yeah, like.
And what liquid
Okay. Cool. It's so
Sorry.
It's a time change.
yeah,
Sorry.
And then a little more to the right. Actually, you can stick it in as a focus point. Let's just make sure.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Wait, I like that.
Do you need to keep going? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, this is one of the shots. This is one of the shots.
This is one of the shots of all time. This is the most shot of all times.
Do you want me to go watch?
It's not goofy enough.
Maybe drop it lower, like.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
It's not gonna be. It's
Yeah,
not,
it's
it's not gonna be as cool. Let's go
fine.
straight on.
We tried.
Okay, let's do. Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna go, okay?
Oh,
Can we re-ink a little bit? Is there possible?
Oh, those are not coins, right?
Do we want
More
seltzer?
Ah.
We can do more. Let's get some more ink in there too.
Whoa, what is Yeah.
Alright, shall we frog? Frog time?
Yeah.
Do you want it now?
Oh yeah, what can we do?
Look at the camera so slow.
oh.
Try to spread it out a bit. Do you want? Wow, great. Okay, frog in 3, 2, 1.
This is what it looks like inside my stomach.
Hell yeah. Can we get even? Can we just put a bunch of ink in here at the very end?
Yeah. It's like an infant.
Oh, it's like live.
Yeah, it's like breathing.
Holy shit.
You see a reflection of your hands.
Oh, don't move, sorry, don't move.
press yourselves up against it. Just like keep trying to like break free somehow.
Oh yeah, start banging.
Oh yeah,
Lightly bang, lightly bang.
light bang, light bang.
Everyone lightly bang.
The sound effects.
Lightly.
And then when I say go, everyone pull away except for Gracie and hold your
Yes.
Oh, like
And go.
Zombie.
And then pull it away. And then
What else do we do?
let's just have a bunch.
Yeah, amazing.
Alright, cool.
Holy
Oh.
shit. Alright. That's incredible.
I'm so excited to see what that looks like.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, let's we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
That's a wrap! Thank you everybody who showed up for this. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. This was so fun.
Okay, time now is 12:17 after midnight. I'm super hungry. I haven't had dinner. I was just gonna walk home, like get back home and then, have dinner and then talk to my phone. And then I realized I can't do that. So I'm just gonna talk right now, real quick, 1 sec. So yeah, this morning I felt much more safe simply because last night Quentin really took a stance against Adipta. And Adipta also seems more compliant last night. He didn't show up, so I thought Adipta will not do anything silly. So this morning I woke up, I felt better, I had a good sleep, and I was able to make breakfast. And then I went upstairs and I listened to Playboi Carti to prepare the album review. And holy knuckle sandwich. Holy knuckles. Adipta came up to my door and rang the doorbell and asked me if he can open the door. Yeah. I don't know if that's before I filmed the review or after. I think it was after. No, I think that was before. I don't know. But he asked me if he could open the door to check my room because his phone is being tracked right now, and he just wants to see. And I was like, I was not gonna open the door for him. I was like, can you just stand outside and not come in? And I was also secretly recording, even though that's exactly what he's worried about, but I am recording for evidence. And but I also want to stop the recording so that I could call Quentin. And then eventually he's like, fine, I'm not gonna come in, and then he left. Didn't see him since. And told Quentin about it. Quentin's like, just don't open the door. And I'm like, fine. So a little bit later, I'm trying to have lunch because I don't have food. All I have is like ham and some soup. So I just ate ham and soup. And as I was like preparing it, I saw Adipta just like opening his door, looking at me suspiciously while going back to his room. So very eerie, very unnerving, don't know what to do. So that's that. At around 3:40, I left and I took the bus, went to Troy for Pitt's pickup day. And I arrived at Troy and saw Alexis again, saw Christian R, and we just hung out in his apartment for like an hour or so until at around 5:40 when we got picked up by Gracie, the actress, with the actor Trenton, and we directly went to LMU, a soundstage at LMU to film, which is fucking crazy. I'm at a soundstage at LMU. You know, it's the third time I've been to LMU. And we just filmed. And yeah, it's just pickup day stuff, so we'll be doing experimental, like, image stuff like water tank, black coloring ink in the water, it's that kind of stuff. And at first it was all right. There was definitely a moment where Christian is telling Alexis what to do and not telling me, and then Alexis does them, and then Alexis has a way better idea of what she's doing, so it seems like she's more important than me, and I didn't really like it. But at the end, when we all worked together, and I was way more active near the end when we were making the grand finale, the black ink and the dead frog and in the water tank, it was fucking glorious. It was so gross. The whole crew, we were just like, oh. And that was like, that moment reminded me why movies are magic, you know, essentially. That moment reminded me that we should make films. Yeah. So, I saw a text from Quentin. So, today Quentin is supposed to take Adipta outside at 6 p.m. to have a walk. And I thought this would really, you know, benefit Adipta. But plan foiled. Adipta thinks Quentin is a spy too. And I don't know if I should be happy about this or sad about this. Because Adipta's situation is getting worse. But at the same time, I'm not the only victim now, but it's still scary, so I don't know what to do later. I'm gonna try to cook dinner, chicken thighs, pasta, spinach salad, and then I'll bring it to my room, and then I'll take a shower, and then I'll come out and eat it. But yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. Cooking is gonna suck. In other words, I gave Wang $300 over Venmo. But I realized that if I pay her this much money, and if she's taking so much time and effort trying to score the music for me, why not use her music in the official release of the short film on YouTube? The thing is, I still prefer the music I choose, The Girl from Ipanema and MF Doom's Doomsday. And if Wang finds out that I'm using copyrighted music on YouTube, she would be upset because I just spent so much time and effort and money just so that I don't use her music. And I'm only using her for festival purposes. So I'm thinking of asking her to make one last correction. So hopefully it goes well. But I think the fact that I paid her money sort of like gave her motivation that yes, you know, I need to do this job better. But yeah. And then I'm beginning to look for actors for Smooth Operator. Made an Instagram story. Of course, no one replied. No one's helping. I realized that I could use Reddit. I think that's actually not a bad place. Worst comes to shove, like I can use Actors Express or Backstage. I'm equally worried about the location. Leon Gym is basically impossible to film. Troy, I don't like it. So now my other option is Gateway. If Gateway can't do it, then I guess Troy, or just secretly film at Leon, but that's tough. And then I also emailed Jim Lau and I DM'd Eric O. No responses so far. Yeah, still a lot of things up in the air for Smooth Operator. But Kaylin was like, oh, I'm interested in being your actress. And I just thought, I didn't want to use Kaylin because Kaylin doesn't fit the type. Kaylin isn't a girly, like, you know, ooh, I'm Asian kind of girl, you know? Isn't an ABG. I want an ABG. But I think Kaylin can look like it if the right makeup is applied, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What else? Cannes Film Festival, Sandrine was like, oh, because of the visa situation, now I need you guys to send me, like, start looking for Airbnbs and send me information so that I could start applying for your accreditation. But no one's saying anything. We all looked at the message, but no one's saying anything. Dead silence in the WhatsApp group. What else? Hope Jayun's doing okay. It's a bit of a resurgence, you know. I was quite upset at the end of December and in early January that Jayun promised to meet me and she didn't, and she's not talking to me, and I'm like, fine. But like, there's a bit of a resurgence because of how much I run into her and how I'm involved in this Summer's End project, even though I'm not on set with her right now. She's at Fresno now. Apparently she flew back from Canada to LA yesterday, and then she's taking a ride to Fresno today. But there's a bit of a resurgence, and I'm glad Jayun liked it. I'm glad Jayun liked my prop. But yeah, me and Christian R and Alexis will be meeting up again for a dinner soon. So that's gonna be fucking exciting. And I haven't heard back from CC, so I don't know who is gonna pick me up tomorrow morning to get to set. And if she doesn't reply, then I guess I don't need to wake up early for that. Then I guess tomorrow I'll be free, which is not good because I don't want to stay at home. I feel unsafe at home. Tomorrow's also Criterion sale. Yay. Yeah. Okay, time now is at 1:46 p.m. On March 19th. 18th, actually. I slept from 5:45 to 1:40. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good sleep. Woke up naturally. I set the alarm to 1:50, but of course I woke up slightly before the alarm. And yeah, so last night I managed to cook dinner and without any interruptions. So that was fantastic. I hope the situation gets better for Aditya because it's really scary still. I don't know how comfortable I am with him being around. And another thing is CC was gonna get back to me and ask me, you know, where do I live, etc. But she never got back to me. But at around maybe 12 at noon before, some random guy emailed me saying, hey, I can give you a ride anytime to the location, just let me know. So yeah, I guess I'm going to set today. Yeah. It's Yao, and Cha is back. I thought Cha went to Indonesia permanently. I didn't know Cha is back. I thought her OPT ran out and went back to Indonesia or something. So that's cool. The gang is sorta together. And yeah. So I guess I'm still going to set. I was gonna just like chill today, cause if CC doesn't tell me where or when to come, then it's like, then I guess I could just chill anytime. And I guess I could just go to H Mart, and it's a good idea to chill too because I have like tons of shit to do. I have like, you know, movies. Last night I was trying to watch Running on Karma and I couldn't fucking watch it because like none of the websites I know have the movie. And then I finally found it and I watched like 10 minutes and the video quality is so bad, I'm like, nah. But yeah, last night at least I did edit the college update video, and I did edit an album review, but I still have like a video essay to edit. I submitted my paper to Spotlight, and then turns out the email address denied, access denied, which I didn't even know is possible. But yeah, I told the producer I can come at 3 p.m. So at least I would have a little time to have breakfast this morning and just, I don't know, watch a little anime, film a little whatever. And yeah, I'm running out of food again. Maybe I'll go to H Mart soon, or maybe I'll just head over to Trader Joe's. I don't know. Maybe Trader Joe's on the 20th would work, actually. Yeah. I don't know what else. Jim Lau agreed to act, so that's great. But Eric O, no news from him. Like, does he have an agent or something? Katie told me to just DM him. So, we'll see. Also there's some discussion at the CAN WhatsApp group now. So, scary. Spooky, even. And then... yeah, and then that's it. There's this girl, this woman who gave me the lease when I went into this room, and I actually texted her about Adipta the day of, and she finally got back to me saying, okay, I'm gonna call other tenants and let's see what we can do with the situation. Like, TripleLink is such a rough organization that I highly doubt they have psychologists. Like, but I don't know. Maybe they could help solve the issue. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, it seems like I'm going to set today. Okay, it's that time of the year again. Shop the collection. Okay. Ooh, boy. Okay. Farewell, my concubine. Boom. The red shoes. Boom. Paris, Texas. And then finally, I'm going for Throwdown. $94. You know what? It's worth it. Okay, time now is 10:33 p.m. It's the first day since 4 days or 3 days where I'm talking to myself in my own room at night. yeah, I'm really hungry too. So I'm gonna go downstairs and cook and then I'll come back up. But yeah, so today is interesting in that nothing happened. Even though something should have happened. But yeah, so first of all, for some reason Adipta is completely gone today. I don't really know where he went. Maybe he's just hiding in his room the whole time, but I do notice that his room lights were off, so it's a little suspicious. But either way, I had a really good sleep. I slept for a little bit less than 8 hours, but just perfect, just the right amount of sleep, and I feel rejuvenated. I feel good. And yeah, at around noon, some guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick you up. Can you come anytime? Like, what time are you free?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I can come anytime, maybe 3 p.m." And then I waited at 3 p.m. and then I waited and waited and waited, and then it's 5 p.m. And then I emailed the guy again. I was like, "Hey, if my phone number is blah 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 blah, you can text me. You can text me there." So at around 5 or 6 p.m., the guy texted me, and the guy was like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna ask if the art department needs help, but if they don't, then I'll just let you be," or something like that. And then they just let me be. And then I asked, "So do you know who's gonna drive me tomorrow?" And then he's like, "I'm not sure." But he's literally the other producer. So I emailed CC, I was like, "Hey, who's gonna drive me tomorrow?" And then now it's decided that Linda will show up and drive me. So that's that. Yeah. Yao responded to one of my Instagram stories saying, "I thought you were supposed to be on my set today." And I was like, "Yeah, so the person did not pick me up." And Yao was like, "Yep, I knew that they were incompetent." Yao is always pissed at the producers. But I mean, I think the art department's always like not happy with the producers because the producers always don't know how much preparation the art team needs. So yeah, as a result, I did not go to set today. But because of that, I had so much free time, and I spent a lot of free time just doing nothing, just chilling, which is good. It's also weird that I don't have any assignments anymore as of now, and I feel much more, yeah, I feel better. But I know I will be having assignments the moment I get back from spring break. But it was a nice little oasis of a day, I must say. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll go to H Mart. So at 6:30 p.m. I went to H Mart, and then about 2 hours later I came back and I bought a bunch of stuff. I didn't buy sushi because I'm not in the mood for it, and there is no good sushi there. Yeah, I went to H Mart, got a bunch more food, came back, chilled, and then yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with Smooth Operator. It still seems like a very impossible film to make in terms of location and actors, and oh, I hate this feeling, but I do think it's not completely impossible. You know, I have Ryan R as main character, and the only location I'm struggling with is the gym, which I think it'll be likely that I'll film some at Gateway and then some at Troy. And, you know, I'm gonna use the magic of editing and make those two places like the same places, basically. Yeah. And then I just spent like an hour and a half maybe editing the trailer for The World Is Not Enough, just letting myself soak in. It's like earlier this morning, afternoon, I listened to the Sonny Boy soundtrack, and I listened to Kodama's theme by Midair Thief, and I was like struck again by how otherworldly and dreamy it is, and I was like, yeah, why am I so focused on making the trailer artsy and weird and like despondent? That's not the point of the short film. The short film is dreamy, it's nostalgic, it's lovely. It makes you think about your childhood. Yeah, so I just edited the trailer, looks good. And then I have like a bunch of other shit to finish, like anime and film. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to add. Yeah. Can WhatsApp group Colin asked, what's the pricing for the Airbnb or wherever we're gonna live at? And somebody, I believe Tiger Lily, she was like, oh, last time we went there, it was like $486 per person. And then I thought, ooh, Colin's asking the right questions. I want to ask something too. So I asked, so should we arrive earlier, like the 11th or 12th, so that we have time to settle down, adjust to jet lag? And then no one answered. That's brilliant, innit? But thankfully, people started answering me a little later, including Matt. But Matt didn't immediately answer. I still think Matt doesn't like me. But he doesn't care enough to actively dislike me either. Unlike Ken. I mean, I don't know if Ken cares, but like in a party, Ken would like say something snarky about me. But Matt doesn't even care enough to like do that. Matt just wants to ignore me, I guess. But yeah, people were like, oh yeah, I was thinking of arriving earlier too, maybe 11th or 12th. And then Matt and another person who went last year, Emma, they were like, oh well, the opening film is like, Matt, that is in Matt's words, the opening film is unwatchable because they have to, it's a wide release for France and they have to release it immediately and it's usually bad. But if you want to do tourist stuff like visit Monaco and go to the beaches, then yeah, because you won't have time to do that during the festival. But like, I still want to be there in the opening film and the opening ceremony. I still want to be there, even if it's shit. I still want to go and see, you know? So, yeah. Who knows? But I think arriving earlier, at least a day, is ideal, like 12. There's no way we're arriving on the 13th and then the next day we just start. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, arrive at 12, maybe the opening film is shit on the 13th, it's fine. We'll just go to a nearby cafe and chill. And adjust, acclimate, you know? Discuss our game plan. So yeah, that's my idea. But they're currently looking for, like, accommodation now. So exciting. So fucking exciting. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that I'm going to Cannes, France. Yeah. Yeah, I still can't believe it. So, really, really genuinely excited. And yeah, I don't have much else to add. I'm going to set tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wake up at like 8:20. So that's epic. And yeah, so if I go to bed at 5 to 8:20, that's like 3 hours and 20 minutes. Not the end of the world. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. I believe that's it. Yeah. Not much else.